Hey everybody, this is Laurel from the North Raleigh Seed Library. Now, you may ask me, why am I wearing a winter shirt? This is a mosquito barrier. I want you to know I am prepared for these little bloodsuckers. They're fierce, but I wanted to be out in the garden today to do our You Asked For It Friday column that Adriana posts. And so I'm just going to do this until the heat stroke sets in. So here we go. Ready? Now, on the Facebook page, I don't know if you've seen it before, if you're new, it is the most fun thing in the world. So Adriana started this a while back, and it's your opportunity to post anything that you have been looking for your garden. And it's a place where people that might have it can see it all in one spot and say, I've got that, I'll be glad to share. There's never, ever a cost ever. So put out your wish list and let's see if we can't get rolling today. Oh, before we start, so we had that terrible storm that came through. Well, it was great because it gave us rain and it filled the lakes back up. We just are grateful for that, but the rain came in really fast. It did a lot of harm, and it also turned our gardens into a water park. Um, I believe that some of you were talking about the water slides that are now in your yard. Some of you have a wading pool. Anyway, just a water park theme. And because the ground was so dry, it created runoff, which created some other problems. So anyway, I just want you to know, do not despair. Do not give up on your garden. Your garden is there for you. It is waiting for you to come and give it a refresh. And you've got so much time and money and just love into this little space of land that don't give up on it. It's got so much more to offer you. It's just having a bad hair day. So here we go. Ready? Here are some requests. We have, the first one I want to talk about for Maggie Savage. She mentioned to me the other day that she would really like to have Japanese maple, but she doesn't want a red one. She wants a green one. And I know that they turn color and some of them stay red, but she wants a forever green one. So we're kind of in the same place as far as being instant gardeners. We want that instant gratification. So she wants a bigger one more than a small one. And if you've looked at prices on Japanese maples, so anyway, we just have a request from Maggie. If you have a bigger Japanese maple that stays green that you'd like to rehome, she would love it. And I also want to take back a request. I had asked for Baptisia. Well, thank you, Ed, for looking for that for me. I actually was in a couple of different plant places yesterday, and I came across the last three at a plant store, and I snapped them up, and they made a good deal. So what I'm doing with that, and I'll put a picture up, is I bought a bush clover. Now, bush clover is the coolest thing in the world. If you want some color in September, it has the most beautiful flower. It's just a pollinator magnet. It's a purple color, and everybody will come in your yard and say, what is that plant? Bush clover, not the other way around. And the problem with bush clover is after it blooms, it's going to die this winter, and it's going to take a little while to come back for next year around this time. So we need something in its place. Well, why not Baptisia? Baptisia has the very same looking leaf planted inside of all of the bush clover. Now I have my beautiful, beautiful flowering bush in the spring. Then it takes a rest, and in the late summer, early fall, now I have my bush clover to pick up the difference. So I'm really excited about this, and fingers crossed this time next year it's just going to be established. Here we go. Ready? We have Rachel Stractor looking for some Daphne cuttings, lobelia, and cardinal flower. Does anybody have that could help her out? Again, Daphne cuttings, lobelia, and cardinal flower. And then Marilyn Gist. Oh, do you guys remember Marilyn? Marilyn is great. She's done 2 really strong videos for us. One, if you haven't seen it, you've missed something. It's how to take care of deer. in your yard. And so it's an hour long of some of the best information you'll ever find. It's honest, it's her experience, and it's her perspective on how to manage deer in your garden. And I want you to know, I have brought this up so many times. Sometimes things get stuck in my head and I'll just mention it and mention it. She made this analogy that was great. So when the deer and the rabbits come through and they eat your plants that you've worked so hard on, right? She said her husband is a car guy, and it would be just like somebody who went up to one of his cars that he's worked so hard on and keyed it. Isn't that exactly the feeling that you get when something that you've worked really hard on to grow is all of a sudden, I don't know, salad for a deer or a rabbit? So we completely get it. Okay, so back to Marilyn. So the reason, so Marilyn, she did that, and hang on, my screen went dark. There we go. She did that for us, and also her husband's a welder, and he helped me weld my well cover. So anyway, okay, so Marilyn says, does anyone have any purple milkweed? Here we go. Thank God for phonetics. Asclepias purpurescens plant to share. I understand it does spread by root rhizomes, but it's difficult to germinate by seed, and that's not a garden thug like common milkweed can be. Or has anyone seen plants for sale locally? So that's remember, we don't do any advertising for any businesses, so make sure to DM Marilyn. If you can help Marilyn out, that would be great. Now, we didn't get very much in this week, so you know what that means? That means I got more time to talk. So Mike carried out all of those sticks to the landfill today. Well, that wherever you take sticks and you have to pay to carry them. So he had an episode this past week. He had sticks piled up in the trailer that gets hooked to the back of the truck, and a yellow jacket's nest was deep inside of the trailer. So when he moved a stick, one jumped up and bit him in his face, and it swelled up. I mean, it was massive, and it hurt, and it hurts my heart just thinking about how much pain that was for him, and it took him several days for the swelling to finally go down. Well, one thing I've noticed after this storm, and I remember it back when we had Hurricane Fran, is the yellow jackets are out. And I mean, I guess the ground got disturbed, but please, please keep an eye out for yellow jackets, because they don't play. And one of them chased him and got him on the back on the way to the house. So anyway, just be careful when you're gardening after all this weather that's come through and the weather that's expected for the rest of this week. So anyway, he carried all that to dump it, and then he came back, and we've got to pick up some more sticks and get those loaded up, and it's going to take several trailer loads. But this is a perfect opportunity for you to build a stick fence. If this is something that you've been thinking about, if you don't want to put money into an expensive fence and you just need something as a boundary, something for a pet, something that is cheap, make sure to look at the videos on how to build a stick fence, and it really would be a great way to help out your neighbors. If you want sticks, we got sticks. So anyway, again, we didn't have very many requests, but it varies every single time. Sometimes we have tons, sometimes we have a few. So this is a week of a few. So that gives me time to remind you, we've got our lunch this week. Don't forget, it's at the Pickled Onion. It's going to be in Lafayette Village at noon on Thursday. And we just have every time we get together, it's different people. Sometimes we have a few, sometimes we have a lot, but there's always good laughs and a good time. So I hope you can come and join us. Now, I am burning up. My face is getting red. I can hardly breathe because I have my mosquito barrier on. So I'm going in the house again. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Oh, and don't forget to thank Marissa, who had a beautiful event this morning. I heard about it. I heard it was just great. The people that went just had a nice time visiting with her and looking at her garden and just meeting each other, because that's what this is all about. Making friends, meeting people, seeing the same people over and over again at different events and different get-togethers, and it just makes for just a wonderful place to be. So thank you, North Raleigh Seed Library. We'll see you next week.